Hi everyone, it's Maybelle with Love Shaped Intuition. This is going to be a full moon quick check-in for each zodiac sign. I'm going to be pulling some oracle cards and some advice and a tarot card for what you can expect right now for this full moon energy and the next few weeks. Alright, so if you haven't yet subscribed, please take a moment to subscribe. It is the most valuable support that you can provide me here on YouTube. It is free for your subscription. Like, comment, share this video with a friend or family member. All interactions continue to help the channel to grow, and I really appreciate your support. To support my work with a donation, please visit Buy Me a Coffee or Ko-fi.com. I also have a wish list, and all those links are in the description box as well as in the comment section. Alright, let's start with Aries. What's the energy surrounding Aries for this full moon and the next couple weeks? Acceptance. Beautiful. So opening up to accept what it is meant for you. Twos are anytime you have a connection between yourself and another. Aries. Okay, destiny, responsibility, road, and shackles. So you might be taking responsibility for something. This might also be kind of moving forward. Oh, Five of Pentacles. So feeling of lack mindset, perhaps getting out of this lack mindset, scarcity mindset, victim mindset, and opening up to accept, opening up to receive. It's important that you kind of do that at this time. You might be choosing to head down that road. What is the advice for Aries? Okay, be humble. First quarter moon in Leo. Yes, be of service, come from the heart, remember where you started, and be humble. It's okay to be where you are. You are probably not where you started, so accept that you've made the choices that kind of got you to where you are, but at this point it's time to let go of these negative thoughts from the past. Be humble, be grateful, be of service. You'll see that when you come from the heart, that helps you be more generous and accepting. Alright, so that is what I have for Aries. I hope it was helpful. Thanks for watching, Aries. Hi, Taurus. For Taurus, the energy surrounding this full moon and the next couple weeks for Taurus. Okay, commitment, card number 10. Taurus, you may want to watch the pick a card reading that I recently posted, because one of those cards, I will tell you, is commitment. Okay, 10s are cycle endings or completions for Taurus. Care, teach, accompany, assist, and support. Beautiful. What do we need to know for Taurus? The Hierophant card in the tarot is also commitment. Okay, moving to calmer waters. Moving away from drama. This could be with someone or without someone, so that depends on you. Can you guys get past the drama? The Five of Swords was mind games, manipulation. Someone wins, but at what cost? The feeling of defeat. What is the advice for Taurus? Okay, assess the situation. First quarter moon in Virgo. So assessing the situation. Is this a commitment that is for you? Is it balanced? Are you receiving what you need? Are you receiving equal reciprocity, the support that you need? Are you teaching each other how to treat each other? Definitely needing to move past the drama, assess the situation, and if it's too kind of stuck in that mind game stuff, you might want to consider moving forward. Alright, that is what I have for Taurus. I hope it was helpful. Please like, share, subscribe, comment. Thanks for watching. Hi, Gemini. Okay, what does Gemini need to know for this full moon and the coming weeks for Gemini? believe. Card number 8, number of strength. What goes around comes around, as well as eternity. So right now it is important that you keep your thoughts hopeful, helpful, positive. If you are wishing for something or hoping for something, keep on believing. Keep your thoughts optimistic. Okay, what is this for Gemini? Reflection, confession, prayer, repentance. So reflect on what you've been thinking. So have you been able to manifest things recently? Or have you been kind of stuck and stagnant because you've been thinking negatively or absorbing the negative energy of others? Okay, Queen of Cups energy. Using your intuition and using love in the situation. Following your emotions. Okay, King of Swords. Queen of Cups, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces energy. King of Swords, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius energy. And making a choice that is truthful and honest, intelligent, wise, logical. But the Queen of Cups is love, emotion, and intuition. So it's kind of like the Lover's energy, right? Heart over mind or mind over heart, choice or decision. Okay, wow. And then you have the Queen of Wands. So lots of people or lots of people energy. Queen of Wands having confidence to make or take action. She's attractive, fiery, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. Makes things happen. Interesting. So let's see, what is your advice? You might also be hearing the confession or the messages from others. But this all depends on what it is that you're believing. Okay, leave the past behind. Last quarter moon in Capricorn. Wow, and it is a full moon in Capricorn right now. The reason why I chose to do the reading. So leave the past behind. This could be to put the past behind you and believe that only good can come in the future, that only things can get better. Have confidence to move forward. Okay, speak your world into being. First quarter moon in Gemini. So definitely having a conversation or confession. Also speaking your mind. Speaking your world into being. What it is that you want to manifest. What are you wishing for? What are you praying for? Speak it into being. Maybe write it down. All Gemini energy with the communication. Alright, so your thoughts, your words are powerful. That is what I have for Gemini. I hope it was helpful. Please like, share, subscribe, comment. I'd love to see you back at Love Shaped Intuition. Take care and thank you for watching. Hi, Cancer. Okay, what does Cancer need to know for this full moon in the next few weeks? Okay, believe. I'm going to give you this other one. And breakthrough. Wow. So Gemini just really received the believe card. 9, breakthrough. You are at some kind of epiphany, some kind of breakthrough. You are just about there. So if you haven't seen the effects of this breakthrough yet, believe that it is on its way. That's going to help you kind of get through the situation, and it's going to make it arrive a lot faster. But you need to believe optimistic, helpful, positive, happy outcomes. You're on the verge of this breakthrough. This may have to do with Leo season and the following month, which would be Virgo season. We have 8 and 9. Long distance, travel, faith, belief systems, people, or places that are foreign to you, law. Faith and belief is important, and having strength. What goes around comes around energy for Cancer. Okay, wow, the Chariot, beautiful. So that is your card in the tarot. Getting those two horses to go in the same direction, getting them to go on the same path, getting them on the same page, getting them to move forward, ultimately to success. You're on the verge of a breakthrough, and you need to focus and believe that your intentions are going to come to being. What is the advice for Cancer? And I look at how closely those horses, or that is that a Pegasus? They resemble each other. Okay, keep your heart open. First quarter moon in Libra, yes. Keep your heart open no matter what challenges and stuff from the past. Believe that the future can be bright. It can be different. It can be better than before. Make time for self-love. Keep your heart open and make time for self-love. Both of these also mention Libra season. So you have Leo season, Virgo season, and Cancer season, and Libra season. So those are the next few months. Make time for self-love. Make sure that you are nourishing yourself, nurturing yourself, perhaps with meditation, prayer, belief, kind of focusing on centering yourself on quiet times. And during those times is the best time for you to have a breakthrough on how you can move forward, on how you can achieve your success and following your intentions. But keeping your heart open and making time for self-love is important. All right, that is what I have for Cancer. I hope it was helpful. Please like, share, subscribe, comment. I'd love to see you back at Love Shaped Intuition. Take care. Thanks for watching. Hi, Leo. Okay, what does Leo need to know for this full moon and the next few weeks for Leo? Okay, Adventure, card number 4. 4s are family, home roots. It's also building something on a solid, stable, secure foundation. But it looks like the path is opening up for you. You might be experiencing some time out in nature, or camping, hiking on the trails. This could be that things are changing, the path is opening up for you, and you might have some unexpected or unknown territory to venture through for Leo. This is asking you to be open to the adventure. Okay, care, teach, accompany, assist, and support. You might be accompanying someone on this adventure, perhaps teaching someone how to treat you, or supporting someone, assisting someone, accompanying someone on an adventure. What is this for Leo? This could be uncharted territory with someone. Okay, 8 of Swords. There's a feeling of being stuck. This is a feeling of being in one's own mental prison, being worried, and so therefore kind of feeling stuck. This might be helping someone get unstuck, or someone might be helping you get unstuck. This could be because the path is opening up. You realize that the blindfold and the swords aren't really holding you back. Let's get one more for Leo. Okay, Knight of Wands. So yeah, so you might be helping someone because this is a fire energy. Knight of Wands, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. But this energy can be initiating something, but it can be passionate and come in quickly, but just leave just as quickly. So it's not a stable energy. And we are talking about support here. So someone may be feeling stuck because it's not stable, it's not supportive in a secure way. It's kind of like come and go adventure. You can't count on it. It's kind of unexpected. What is the advice here for Leo? This could just be that you might be helping someone get unstuck. Okay, think it through. New moon in Gemini. So yes, this Eight of Swords is healing that stuck thinking, that worrying energy. So let's see, what else? Let's get one more. Advice. And see the bigger picture. Beautiful. Full moon in Sagittarius, and I love that this is moons that are opposite each other. So Gemini and Sagittarius are opposite each other on the zodiac wheel. So this is think it through, kind of details and fine print and the nuances of everything, and then to see the bigger picture, see it from other people's point of view, see it from a different perspective. All right, so that is what I have for Leo. I hope it was helpful. Please like, share, subscribe, comment. I'd love to see you back at Love Shaped Intuition. Take care. Hi, Virgo. Okay, what does Virgo need to know for this full moon and the next couple weeks? Okay, awakening. Beautiful. Card number 5. Change, challenge, or competition. There may be something changing. You might be awakening or becoming more conscious or aware of something. This could be someone in your life that is becoming more aware or awakening to a connection with you. Okay, what is this for Virgo? Okay, fusion, align, openness, harmonize, and collaboration. So yes, someone may be opening up, you might be opening up, there could be this collaboration energy, or you might be, knowing that the situation is better when you work together, collaborate, or harmonize, kind of get aligned for Virgo. Wow, the Magician. Gemini energy. Sometimes I've heard that it can be Virgo energy too, because both ruled by Mercury. The Magician has all the skills, all the tools, the cup, the sword, the pentacle, and the wand, everything that you need to, make things happen. And so there's a realization here that you can collaborate, you can co-create with God's Source Spirit. Try to use your gifts for good. The Magician can be kind of sneaky or manipulative, depending, but it looks like these cards, as long as you are conscious about what it is you're trying to create, I'm just all of a sudden hearing a loud helicopter. That may be a sign for someone. The advice for Virgo. Okay, honor your feelings. First quarter moon in Pisces. So honoring your feelings is important, and sometimes that means just going within, meditating, praying, acknowledging your feelings with God's Source Spirit, really going deep into what it is you're feeling and why it is you're feeling that way or those ways, and get down to the deepest, kind of like, why is it that you're feeling angry? And then you find out that it's because you were not feeling heard or listened to or seen or acknowledged or prioritized or whatever it is. And why is it that you're doing things? Why is it that you have a certain intent or a goal, something in your mind? Honor your feelings for what it is you're trying to create. It's important to have good intentions behind your goal or your creation, and you're awakening to that at this time. All right, so that is what I have for Virgo. I hope it was helpful. Please like, share, subscribe, comment. I'd love to see you back at Love Shaped Intuition. Take care, and thank you for watching. Hi Libra, what does Libra need to know for this full moon in the next couple weeks? Okay, flow, and looks like you have another one. And fulfillment, 21 and 24. So 2s are anytime you have a connection between yourself and another. 1 is yourself and fresh starts or new beginnings. 2 and 1 together is 3, teamwork and collaboration. You have another 2, and then you have 4. 4 is building something on a solid foundation, family, home, roots. And 4 and 2 together is 6, a number of the Lover's card in the tarot, Gemini energy, head over heart, heart over mind, choice or decision. 6s are also reciprocity, finding balance in an unbalanced situation, as well as a return to better health, which I can see in the fulfillment card. So going with the flow, maybe slowing down, successful completion or graduation, fulfillment, allowing yourself to enjoy the fruits of your labor. Maybe it's a time of relaxation or opening to the flow of abundance. Okay, what is this? I am so sorry that that dog keeps on barking. I think it's trying to get in the neighbor's house. Okay, for Libra. Okay, threat, feud, natural enemy, deadly threat. And I did say that dog is trying to get into the neighbor's house. It is their own dog. It is not a threat. But going with the flow and putting an end to something. Let's see, what is this? Feeling threatened. Like maybe feeling like you're not going to feel this fulfillment, or feeling like you need to push against the flow or kind of resist the flow. The flow is also kind of entering the flow, the least resistance for Libra. Okay, promise, oath, contract, and emotional bond. And that's interesting that that is a dog. So there's some kind of promise or emotional bond here that you feel is threatened. What is this for Libra? Okay, something having to do with friends. 3 of Cups energy, a friends or a reunion. Could be a third-party situation. Okay, having to do with a Queen of Pentacles energy, Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo, or someone who is taking on this energy. She might be someone who is loyal. She has a dog there. Building wealth, focused on finances. She believes in the institution of marriage, commitment, and family. Okay, Queen of Swords. Air sign, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. She's been hurt in the past. She may be divorced. She gestures you forward. She wants to hear the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. She doesn't want you to waste her time. She's ready with the sword. She's ready to cut out what no longer serves her. So this could be a feud amongst friends. This could be that you're ready to make a decision to cut something out. Perhaps there was some kind of promise that was not fulfilled. You're being asked to enter the flow of abundance, to not go against the grain, to allow yourself to celebrate the fruits of your labor and where you are. Maybe even ignore the threat. Celebrate. Here, celebrate again with the friends. Maybe trust but verify. So the Queen of Swords is kind of like, you know, you'll let them speak, but you'll make sure you ask the right questions and listen for the truth. For Libra. Okay, leave the past behind. I believe it was Gemini that also received this card. Last quarter moon in Capricorn. So leave the past behind, whatever negativity was from the past. It looks like you are entering a flow, a period of abundance and fulfillment, and allow yourself to let go of what you no longer need. Alright, so that is what I have for Libra. I hope it was helpful. Please like, share, subscribe, comment. I'd love to see you back at Love Shaped Intuition. Take care, and thank you for watching. Hi, Scorpio. Oh, okay, so I did see surrender and gratitude. That was pretty fast. Let's get your shuffle in. For Scorpio, what does Scorpio need to know for this full moon and the next couple weeks? Okay, abundance, card number 1. Ones are numbers of the self and fresh starts. So you might be entering into a period of abundance. You might be focusing on abundance. You might be needing to rise above drama. Perhaps you're seeking clarity with all those clouds there. This is what's entering your life now for Scorpio. Okay, terrific. Fantastic result, greatness, and great moments. Beautiful. So it looks like you are going to be experiencing some great results as you move forward in a situation. Maybe raise your vibration and leave the drama of others behind for Scorpio. Hummingbirds may be important to you. Okay, King of Swords, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, or someone taking on this energy. He's wise, intelligent, makes decisions, paperwork. He could be a lawyer, someone who's truthful, can help you cut out what you no longer need. Something is annoying because the dog next door just will not stop with the barking. Knight of Swords. This can be after some type of confrontation, harsh truth, someone coming in quickly. Again, it could be said a little bit less rashly. Another air sign energy. What is the advice for Scorpio? Okay, focus on the positive. Alright, so focus on the positive, let go of any kind of drama, even if it's kind of harsh truth. Just focus on the positive, and you're going to have a great result having to do with this abundance. And it can come to you in any form, whether it is finances or like abundance in any way, love, food, finances, resources. Alright, so that is what I have for Scorpio. I hope it was helpful. Please like, share, subscribe, comment. Even because this is Gemini kind of energy, and we have Uranus enter Gemini for the next 7 to 8 years. I feel as though with the Swords energy, it could have to do with education or intelligence, maybe learning things or having communication, abundant communication with someone that's important to you. Alright, so, or abundant knowledge. That is what I have for Scorpio. I hope it was helpful. Please like, share, subscribe, comment. I'd love to see you back at Love Shaped Intuition. Take care. For Sagittarius, for this full moon, what's coming in for Sagittarius for the next couple of weeks? Okay, adventure and beginnings. I believe it was Leo that received the adventure card. I'm not sure if anybody else received it yet. 4s are family, home, roots. It's building something on a solid, stable, secure foundation. 7s are long-term partnerships, contracts, commitments, including marriage. It's also faith, spirituality. So, new beginnings, and it could be uncharted territory. You might be literally traveling. This could be hiking and biking, some kind of like triathlon, also some kind of celebration. The path is opening up for you. Okay, for Sagittarius. Okay, care, teach, accompany, assist, and support. Leo also received that card. So if you're dealing with a Leo, that's another synchronicity there. You might be teaching someone or assisting someone, supporting someone on their kind of adventure. This could be that you're traveling together. What is this for Sagittarius? Okay, Temperance, that is your very own energy. And then Four of Swords, hope and healing. And we also have Temperance, balance, patience, compromise, melding of head and heart, testing things out, testing toes in the water, and taking a break, a pause, a retreat. This could be a vacation, a retreat for healing and some kind of like nurturing. All right, let's get your advice. Okay, go for it. So, new moon in Aries, go for it. There is something that you've been meaning to try and you're not sure how it's going to go. You don't even have it all planned out, but you're being told to go for it. Take a leap of faith, go for it, have patience, and this will be good for your healing. And meditation is important as well. So meditation, prayer is going to be helpful. All right, so that is what I have for Sagittarius. I hope it was helpful. Please like, share, subscribe, comment. I'd love to see you back at Love Shaped Intuition. Take care, and thanks for watching. Hi, Capricorn. Okay, so this is the full moon in your sign. How are you feeling? What is Capricorn receiving at this time? What's coming in for Capricorn for this full moon and the next couple weeks? Okay, faith. Beautiful. So you might be having like an awakening to your faith or your spiritual beliefs, changes to your faith. This could also be that you are taking a leap of faith. Anytime you have a connection between yourself and another is number 2, and we also have 0, which is a clean slate for Capricorn. Reflection, confession, prayer, repentance. Wow. So faith and prayer is going to be important at this time. Let's see. Someone might be coming back around with some type of confession. Might be important to have time to reflect on your beliefs. Okay, Temperance, being patient, having the patience to compromise, to heal, to test your toes in the water, to test things out, to meld head and heart, perhaps after some kind of challenge with the rainbow there. This could be a Sagittarius that you're dealing with. But healing, patience, temperance, remaining balanced. And it might feel really uncomfortable at first because the dog next door, I apologize, it is barking. It is too warm to close the door, so just have to deal with it. What is the advice for Capricorn? Okay, talk less, feel more. Last quarter moon in Pisces. So sometimes just praying, staying in the quiet moments, meditation, try not to just fill the silence. You know, in the silence is when you can reflect and be patient if you're trying to compromise or make a choice or bring something back together. Get into your feelings and trust and have faith that with patience, it's like you'll figure it out. You'll find whatever it is that you need to find. All right, so that is what I have for Capricorn. I hope it was helpful. Please like, share, subscribe, comment. I'd love to see you back at Love Shaped Intuition. Take care. Thanks for watching. Hi, Aquarius. What does Aquarius need to know for this full moon? And the next couple weeks for Aquarius. Okay, breakthrough, card number 9. So you have the same card as Cancer. Cancer also had another card come out, though I can't remember what it was. But you're on the verge of a breakthrough at this time. 9s are travel, long distance, things that are foreign to you, foreign places, foreign people, law, or faith, belief systems for Aquarius. Okay, sunset, decline, fade, aging, and yield, force, concede, surrender, or accept. So you might be having a breakthrough in kind of how you accept things, how you surrender, and also what you decline, what you set boundaries to. This could be that you are having some type of breakthrough with regards to like after work hours, like making a commitment to yourself to be done for the end of the day, maybe forcing yourself to follow a schedule. This could be that you are declining something at this time. So you're saying no to something, but you're yielding. So it's maybe like a negotiation, some kind of breakthrough that's going to feel balanced. Okay, what is this for Aquarius? Okay, 10 of Cups. 10s are endings in the tarot. 10 of Cups is happy wife, happy life. Fairy tale ending. Okay, 9 of Pentacles. Wow. Feeling single, self-reliant, independent. So having some type of breakthrough with your kind of glow up, perhaps after some type of happy ending. It does say aging, but it's not your birthday, so it's going to say maybe celebrating your glow up, or some kind of a breakthrough that maybe feels like you're maturing, or something you're accepting. What's the advice? Okay, forgive. Full moon in Pisces, forgive. Forgiving yourself and others. And yes, and releasing control. Beautiful. Releasing control, that's surrendering. So once you've put in work, effort, energy, investment, and you then let it go to God, Source, Spirit, release it so you don't sabotage the outcome. You don't try and control the outcome. It can be better than you expect. It can be, maybe different than you expect, but it can be better than you expect if you let it, like, freely surrender it to God, Source, Spirit. And forgive yourself for what you didn't know in the past. Forgive yourself and forgive others. All right. So that is what I have for Aquarius. I hope it was helpful. Please like, share, subscribe, comment. I'd love to see you back at Love Shaped Intuition. Take care, and thank you for watching. Hi, Pisces. Okay, what does Pisces need to know for this full moon and the next couple weeks? What's coming in for Pisces? Okay, freedom, card number 23. So a sense of freedom, some type of situation where you're going to maybe have time off, either time off from work, or maybe questioning your freedom. 2s are anytime you have a connection between yourself and another. 3s are teamwork and collaboration. 2 and 3 together is 5, change, challenge, or competition. Okay, for Pisces. Care, teach, accompany, assist, or support. You might be wanting to support others in their quest for freedom. This could also be that you are teaching others something. You might be trying to speak your mind freely, your heart freely. Okay, what is this for Pisces? Okay, Five of Wands. So yes, it looks like a competition, challenge, or a battle, something where there's a fight or an argument. You might be experiencing some type of freedom of like speech because someone is kind of going head to head with you. This could also be that you're backing someone up. This could be that you are this could have to do with work or putting an effort into something, being devoted to something. This could have to do with timing, Leo season, or a Leo. The Sun card is going towards your happiness. It's also a revelation or something coming to light. Finding someone at work for your happiness. I will say that probably shouldn't have to fight. Okay, what is this for Pisces? Okay, keep your heart open. And talk less, feel more. Yes. So anybody that engages you in this kind of negative talk or this battle or this challenging energy, talk less. Kind of let them, let them have their drama. You focus on your happiness. Dedicate yourself to what it is that you want to get done. Focus your attention on what it is you're working on. And keep your heart open. It's going to help you. Like, you're free to like release that. You're free to either engage in it or not, is what I'm feeling. So keep your heart open, talk less and feel more. Perhaps when you do that, the universe, God, Source, Spirit, will take care of the situation in ways that you wouldn't expect, and it's going to make you happy. Like, perhaps they're just removed from the situation, or they leave the situation, or they don't get anything out of trying to argue with you anymore if you don't argue back, or whatever it is, So this has to do with freedom of speaking up or speaking your mind, speaking your truth. But at the same time, do you care? Do you even care what they think? Or do they even care what you think? And is it going to be worth it? Something having to do with, is it worth the effort, this dedication, this work? And, realizing that you can be happy without their support or without their influence or whatever. Like, they're not important to you or to this situation. So keep your heart open, talk less, feel more. Really feel into the situation. Why is it that you felt that you needed to engage with this person? And just talk less, feel more about the situation. Really feel at peace with the situation, feel happy with the situation. And perhaps it might even kind of rile them up a little bit more, just because they can't get a rise out of you anymore. All right, so that is what I have for Pisces. I hope it was helpful. Please like, share, subscribe, comment. I'd love to see you back at Love Shaped Intuition. Take care, and thank you for watching.